Seconds Out is here with Johnny Nelson ahead of the big pay-per-view card on Sky. Johnny, what are your thoughts about the card?
I think it's a good card. I think potentially it could be one of the cards we've not seen for quite a while here in the UK. Two world title fights on. I think there are going to be some upsets. Probably not the upsets we expect. You know, obviously I was thinking about the Kevin Mitchell fight. You think he's got the toughest performance, but I think
he seems to really want it. It looks like we've got a different Kevin Mitchell. It's not the Kevin Mitchell that fought Ricky Burns.
And listen, when you bring your family around, your kids, your wife, your mum, you want the people to see you perform. You are thinking pure positive. You're thinking, you know what, I'm winning this. No matter what. I did that when I boxed for the world title. I wanted all my family there to see. You know, if I wasn't sure, I didn't want him anywhere close. No, I think Kevin Mitchell, when he's on it, I think he's an excellent technician. When he's in the pressure, he can pull a punch out and take a man out. And with it being on his home turf, in his own backyard, I think he could really put Morales under pressure. That's why, don't be surprised if Morales, you know, they'll put it on him, but don't be surprised if his heart gets broken.
Yeah. With the world title fights, it seems to be that the ones with the biggest appeal to the mainstream boxing fans, of course, Kell Brook versus Gavin, but the die-hard fans are more interested in Lee Selby and Kevin Mitchell's fights.
Because Lee Selby's an underrated commodity. The guy's a slickster, the guy can fight, can box when he wants to, when he's pushed, when he's put under pressure. And every time he's just pulled enough out of the bag and he's made it look easy. He's not, you know, he's left people frustrated because they're thinking, you know, we just want a bit more. I think so when the levels are up there, Lee Selby pulls it out of the bag and he says the works from Mayweather. I kind of understand it because technically Supreme. Kid Galahad was out in Los Angeles when Lee was out there training, sparring, and he was well impressed with what he saw. You know, so Selby's been really putting the work in over the last few months there. So I don't think he's taking this lightly.
On a quick tangent, because you mentioned Kid Galahad, what do you make of the controversy surrounding?
You know what? I know Kid Galahad. To me, I'd expect it of certain other fighters. But for Kid Galahad, I'm buying it because that is not him, it's not his character. He loves the game, he lives the game, he's a pest. You know, he talks boxing all the time, that's all his life, his friends are boxing. He gets it, you know, so it's not like he's one of those guys like, I don't know, Chavez that disappears then rocks up and boxes and disappears through his other lives. That is Kid Galahad's life. You know, and he says there was a family dispute, this way it all stems from. I actually think, you know what, it sounds a bit hard to believe, but actually if you know the kid, you think, yeah, I get this. I totally get this, because I don't know what they found in the system, but my understanding is I don't think it would benefit him. It's not going to make him strong. He's not a big puncher. He's not like he wants to put weight on him. So I don't know how that would benefit him. I actually feel very sorry for him because he's out for 2 years. So we'll see when he comes back.
As a professional yourself, or former professional, what do you think can be done to make sure that things like this don't happen? Because Lamont Peterson supposedly had a similar problem.
Yeah, listen, there's stuff you can buy at the shelf that put you in a situation, that put you on the spot, you know, and the board's line is, well, it's up to you to make sure that doesn't happen, which they're right, it's up to you to do that. Well, let's be honest here, you know, and I'm not saying fighters are fake, I'm not saying fighters don't pay attention. All they want to do is fight, all they want to do is train, all they want to do is make sure that, you know, in the best condition possible. So they're going to go, and if it says this is good for you on the shelf, they're going to get it. You know, that's the business side of it. You know, unless you've got the money to get people walking about and saying this and don't pick that off the shelf or don't have that. These mistakes are going to happen. It happens over and over and over again. So when the boards say, well, it's up to you to pay attention to what goes inside you, I understand that, but you've got to realise, you know, when you're dealing with it, you've got to realise these guys are athletes. You know, they just want to fight. That's it. They're not mathematicians. They're not scholars. They just want to fight. So if someone tells you this is good for you, and you buy it off the shelf, you know, these things can happen.
And back to the card quickly. What are your picks for the night?
Oh, I think Anthony Joshua's fight is actually going to be a lot easier than what people think. I know he's sparred with Kevin Johnson when Anthony was out with Klitschko, and I know that with Vladimir Klitschko, and I know that Johnson got in for a couple of rounds, sparred with him and got out. So I think Anthony will put it on him. Johnson will be under pressure. He'll go to survival mode. And that's how he gets through, if he gets through to the last round. As Anthony said, it's a win-win situation. If he knocks him out, it's the first person to do it. If he wins, and he gets some rounds under his belt. Anthony wants some rounds under his belt. So he's frustrated as we are. but the's nobody there that can stand up to him to take that. So it's a win-win situation.
And quickly, what do you make of the Kell Brook-Frankie Gavin pairing? Because that seems to be frustrating a lot of people.
Don't be frustrated, because as soon as I heard this fight was made, I went into the gym and said, Dominic, listen to Kell's training, listen to me. He's got to have some fear in his belly, because if he doesn't, Frankie Gavin's going to hustle him, pickpocket and take it away. Because Frankie Gavin was an outstanding technician as an amateur. He's an outstanding technician as a pro. He's just never been really tested to the point where he believes in himself and he's there. Now he's up against it. He's expected to lose. He knows he's the underdog. So if you go in there and think you can just knock Frankie Gavin out, if that's Kell's mentality, he won't get hurt, but he'll get pickpocketed, he'll get picked off. So he's got to put the pressure on, he's got to hold him down, he's got to think, you know what, this guy's going to shut me out. An on-form Kell should walk through it, an on-form Kell. But if he's not on form, if he has no fear, if he has an inch of complacency, Frankie Gavin makes it closer out to Kell.
Do you think there'll be 3 new world champions this week?
You know what, we had James DeGale at the weekend, pulling it off in Boston. You know, on paper that's a massive win. It shows the first Olympic gold medalist to get a world title, a legitimate world title. I think Selby, to me, sure shot. Kevin Mitchell, he's the one that's got a tough fight on his hands. Again, I'm going to go with Kevin Mitchell because I think he does it. Many don't, they probably not say it, but I think he really does it. And obviously Kell Brook, if he listens to Dominic, if he believes in Dominic, then Kell Brook should stop Frankie Galahad.
Cheers, thank you very much, Johnny.